guys, so we are doing our last video in the series of decluttering, which I'm excited for, but kind of sad at the same time. So if you have enjoyed this series, please give this video a thumbs up and please make sure you subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot to me. And we're going to start with my highlighters. These are all cream products. We did the bronzer, blush, highlighter, powders before this one. And we also have two palettes here that are like a duo. So we can go ahead and start with those. This one is the Tarte C. I don't think they have this one anymore. At least this one, I think they have in a smaller version. It has two of their blushes and one of their bronzers. I really loved this and I really liked the size, the mirror. However, this is totally expired, so we're decluttering it to go in the trash. The next one is the Natasha Denona Cupid Cheek. It's a highlighter and a blush, and I tried to like this. I really didn't. This was just way too shimmery on my cheeks. The highlighter is kind of drying. It looks like it wouldn't be. Well, I guess it kind of does look a little drying, but the blush was just downright glittery. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this one on. The next one is the Dewy Highlighter by Sauté London. It wasn't too bad, but this one I'm going to also declutter. It's a liquid one, and it's not one that I really pull for too often. And again, it's really glittery. It's nice texture. It's a really smooth texture. And it does have a very light pigment, but it's pretty glittery as well. And it's just not one that I pull for too often. And I really don't like those types. And I'm just not really into liquid highlighters much anymore, and this one is a little dark for my liking as well, so we're going to pass that one on as well. All right, moving on, we'll move these over. We'll stick with these. Let's go with the the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless or Hollywood Beauty Light Wand. Sorry, I have it in Spotlight. It's a smaller one. It's actually pretty much empty, but I am going to pass it on to my kids and let them finish up using it. The next one is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I have it in Lunar. I don't like this one either. I tried to like it. The shade isn't too bad. It's not too bad of a shade. The formula is nice, but I don't know. It just didn't do much for my skin. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one as well. This isn't going to be too hard. It's going to be my blush and bronzers that are going to hurt me. All right, we have the newest one to my collection, which is the e.l.f. Halo Glow, and I have it in the shade Champagne. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. I wasn't too fond of it. It reminds me kind of the shade a little like the Milani one we just looked at. This one is a little bit lighter with a little bit of a pinky undertone. I'm going to mainly keep it for video purposes, and I do use it from time to time, but we are going to go ahead and keep that one. And then the next one is a pot, and this one's from Profusions. It was their, what was this one? The Candlelight Ritual Collection. I do not like this one. I tried and tried and tried, as you can see. I used it mainly for, it's like a putty. My inner corner, I just didn't really like it too much. It's not too bad, but not one I reach for often. The only reason why I was used is I was really trying to use it up and really tried to give it a like. So I'm going to pass that one on as well. The next two are from ColourPop. It is their Super Shock. I have this one in Flexitarian and this one in Flute Punch. Now that I've gone through my collection, I really like the ColourPop formula. But now that I've gone through, this one's Flute Punch right here, my collection, and I've downsized because I feel like with a lot I have, this one is really smooth. And then this one is Flute Punch. Sorry, this one's Flute Punch. That one's Flexitarian. But because I had so much, I felt like I wasn't giving some of my products the attention I honestly feel like they deserve. And I love ColourPop and I love this formula. So I am going to keep these two. So we're keeping 3 out of all of those. So not bad, right? Okay, so now we are on to our bronzers. We're going to start with the first one that I'm decluttering. It is the Flawless IRL bronzer. It's in the shade On Point by Uma Beauty. I know you can get some at Ulta that's a little bit more expensive. This is the Walmart one. As you can see, she was not used too much. It is nice and creamy, but it's the shade, you guys. The shade way too orangey for me. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one as well. This one, though, is Tower 28, the Sculptonio in Getty. This is their newer one, and she's used and loved. You do, I feel like some people I know didn't really like this. I feel like for me, the first couple of tries, it was kind of so-so. It was okay. As you can see, it's so creamy. But the way you work this is I like to kind of do what I just did and kind of get a lot on my finger and then warm it up with my hands. And I love the shade. It's right here. And I really do like the formula, especially once you get it warmed up. So this one I'm definitely going to keep. All right, the next one is Ulta Beauty. It's All My Glow Cream Bronzer, and this one's in the shade Mocha. I don't really like this one too much. It's a little too orange for me, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it for the purpose of a video because I've thought about doing like all Ulta look or an all Sephora look, you know, the in-house brands, but it's a little too dark and a little too orangey. But it's not a bad formula. It's definitely not one of my favorites, but for purposes of videos, I am going to keep it. It's just probably one I will, well, I shouldn't say probably, it's one I will not reach for unless I'm going to be doing a video where I would need to use it, whether it's like some type of drugstore video or just some type of like I said, all Ulta product video. All right, now let's hop into these e.l.f. Putty Bronzers. First, we have one that's the Luminous. I do really like them. I just haven't reached for them as often. I will say it's probably, like I said, with the ColourPop ones because I just have had so much and I try new stuff a lot. So I'm going to keep them. They're really pretty, especially the Luminous one for summer. And then this one is just the normal putty bronzer. But this one I don't like as much as the Luminous one. I liked it and used it a lot, as you can see when I first got it before the Luminous one came out. I like the shade of this one a little bit better than the Luminous one, but I like the Luminous ones a little bit more, especially for summertime. Like I said, that one's a little bit orangey, but it's okay. But we're going to keep them because I do like them. I do use them a little bit less than I would like, so I'm going to try to reach for them a little bit more, play around with them some more, but I'm also keeping them for the purpose of videos. Let's go ahead and do the Tarte Shape Tape, or okay, it's really Sculpt Tape, my bad. And I have it in cool bronze. I don't like the packaging of this type of packaging for anything. It gets so messy. So I don't like that, but I really do like the formula. It blends really easily, and I do like the shade. It's a cool bronze, and it looks really dark. But honestly, once you get it blended out, it's not too bad. See, it kind of just blends in with that skin. And the shade is perfect, especially if you're using it as a contour and then you're going to go in on top with like a bronzer. It's really pretty and the glow is beautiful. I feel like it blends super well. So I am keeping that one because I really do like it. So, I mean, really, I'm only keeping 2 for purposes so far of liking, and then 3 of them I'm keeping more so for videos. All right, but this one we are definitely not keeping. This is the Flower Beauty Low Light, and I have in the shade Light. Did not like the formula, did not like the fact that it dries so fast that I really couldn't even get it blended out. And I gave it so many tries after that first impressions video that I did when I first got this. Hate it, don't like it, gonna declutter it. All right, the next one is the Halo Glow Contour Wand. And although I don't like the highlighter, I actually really like this contour wand. And again, it's one that you can't turn on and off, so this gets super messy in the highlighter, blush, and bronzer. But this shade is such a perfect shade. I have it in light medium. I feel like it's even more of a perfect shade for contouring or light skin tones than the Tarte one, but it blends out so well just like the Tarte one. And it's got a little bit of a glow to it, natural look. I really do like it. I've used it quite a bit. So I'm not keeping this just for a purpose of videos. I'm keeping it because I also do like it. All right, the next one is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I have it in Honey. You know, I haven't reached for this one too often, and I think it's mainly because I have the Tarte and e.l.f. one. I am going to keep her. However, if I don't pull for her too much in the next like couple weeks to a month, I will go ahead and declutter it. But I do like it. The shade is really nice, and I feel like that's the main reason why I like it. Feeling like it's a little drying now. We might go ahead and declutter it because, I mean, I do have the other ones that I like, and I could always pick up another one. That's the shade. I don't know. I felt really dry and going on. I think we're going to go ahead and declutter this one. So we're not going to keep that one. The next one is the Rare Beauty. It is in Happy Soul. It's her bronzer stick. I really like this one. Again, haven't reached for as often as I would like, mainly again because I am always trying out new products, but I really do like this one. I usually don't go straight in when I have a stick product to my face because it usually picks up my product, but this one does not. It glides on really well, and I like the shade. I know that she's come out with other shades recently, but I only have this one. Like this one, we're going to keep this one. All right, the next one is the ColourPop Get Sandy Super Shock Bronzer. This one, I have it, like I said, in the lightest shade, Get Sandy. I do like it. As you can see, I hit pan, but I just don't reach for it as often. And I mainly think because it's so light, I have to go in with so much, and then I feel like I have too much on my face. When I declutter and I pass stuff on, I either declutter it by giving it to my children. I have 2 daughters that are teenagers, 13 and 16, or I declutter it and pass it on to the trash, keep it, or I declutter it, pass it on, and donate it. This I'm going to go ahead and give to my kids because it's almost gone, so they can play around with it, finish it out instead of passing it on. All right, to someone who only gets a few uses. Now, this is the cream bronzer from Fenty Beauty. I have in Butter Biscuit, the Cheeks Out. This one I really, really do like. Got so close to hitting pan. I love the packaging, the mirror. The product is amazing. However, it is expired. It's so creamy, though, that it might be one that I pick up again because I really do like it a lot, actually. But I've had it for a long time, and it did have a smell once I opened it, so she's going to go in the trash. Oh, this one's hard. So this is the NARS Laguna. I love this one. But the next two I have, I mean, look at that. You can tell because she's used a lot. Oh, it's so creamy, you guys. So creamy. I have some hairs in it, though, probably from my brushes. I don't know, because I have the next two, and I mean, there's a reason why I'm decluttering, right? But look at that shade, and it's just so, okay. No, she has to stay. She has to stay. We're getting rid of some. We really are. And we got rid of, I feel like, quite a bit. And powers. I'm not talking myself ever. I'm going to keep it. This one, though, I feel like is another great alternative to that NARS one. This is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer in Light. This one is beautiful just as well. I really like this one. The NARS one I feel like is a little bit more creamy and easier to get out of that pan, but it's so pigmented, just like the NARS, and look at that beautiful glow. So I'm keeping this one as well. All right, the last one, you guys. If you know, you know. If you've watched my channel for a while, you've seen my videos, and just by the fact I hit pan, should tell you I'm obsessed. Love this Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in Shade Light from Makeup by Mario. I 100% will pick up another one. It's so dirty, though, and hit pan, and I'm obsessed. I love it. The shade is beautiful. I think this is such a great product for a beginner or a great product for someone with mature skin. So I'm not getting rid of this one. This one's staying. All right, we are to our blushes and then we are done. All right, the first one is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek and Birthday Suit. I do really like this one, but again, I'm not reaching for it as much. I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter it and pass it on. It's a beautiful, beautiful shade. I'm just not a big fan of the formula as much as I am of the formula for the highlighters. I feel this to be a little drying. So, gonna pass this one on. The next one we are going to declutter to the trash because it has yet expired as well. It's the Cheeks Out and Petal Poppin' from Fenty Beauty. I loved this though, you guys. Loved it. It's such a nice cream. Beautiful color. It's one I will repurchase as well at some point in my life. It was actually my first cream product, but it's definitely decluttered. Time to declutter it to the trash. It had a smell and it definitely felt drying. So we're going to put this one in the trash as well. This one is the LYS High Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade Humble. This one I'm not reaching for as much anymore. I used to have an obsession with LYS and then all these other products that came out. It's not bad, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. I'll probably give it to my kids, let them play around with it. But it's not bad, but it's just not one that I feel like I've really been reaching for a lot lately. But this one, need I say more? I will say not as long lasting as his bronzer, but this is the Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil and Barely Blushing. This is a beautiful shade. If you're someone who likes very light pigment, it's definitely got a blurring effect to it. It's creamy, it's wet, natural looking. It reminds me so much of the Soft Sculpt like formula. It really does. I mean, look at that. So, so pretty. And you can build it up really easily. And I like that. Like if I want more of a natural look, I'll just go in with just like that much. It's just got such a beautiful wet look. Or if I want a little bit more pigment, I can build it up. See? So this is not going anywhere. This and the Soft Sculpt together, chef's kiss. This is my top favorite blush that I have tried so far of 2023. Just gonna throw that out there. All right, the next one's way over here, and it's the Pixie by Petra Blush on the Glow. You know, I really did like this for quite some time. It did remind me of a deodorant stick, which I thought was interesting, but it's not one I'm reaching for much anymore. It is kind of like the Makeup by Mario. It's just really light and subtle. The shades are a little bit different. This is more pink than that one. It's got a slight glow, not as nice as the Makeup by Mario. And I do know my youngest likes this, so I'm going to pass this on to her. All right, the next one, we're going to just go ahead and move over here, are the two putty blushes. They have their normal one and their luminous one. This one is the luminous. No, this one's not the luminous. Oh, it's still wet over there. Where I hate how they have the Maui. I have this one in the shade Maui. My hand's still a little wet, so we're just gonna do it right here. It's really, really pretty, but even though this one has to be the luminous one. Yep, this is the luminous one. I was gonna say it looked like it has a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's not too bad. I'm like, wait a minute. So the lids just got put on the wrong ones. All right, so let's switch them out. I do really like these. This one I feel like has become a little dry in the more matte one. And I have this one in Turks and Caicos. Okay, maybe not. It looks like it. There's Turks and Caicos. It's like an orangey one. It's not necessarily my jam. So I'm going to keep it for the sake of the video. But at some point, I probably will end up decluttering it. But this one I'm keeping because I really do like it. And I would like to reach for it a little bit more though. So we're going to go ahead and keep those. So we're only keeping 3. One of them is for the sake of a video, and we're decluttering 3 so far. The next one is my second favorite blush that I have tried so far in 2023. This is so, so pretty. Now, I'm someone who I like a pigment blush, Jesus Christ, I'll learn to talk. It is late. I've been at work for 8 hours, got home, did my makeup, and now I'm doing this. So I apologize for the slurred of words. It is their new NARS one. I never tried the other one, the Afterglow Liquid Blush in Dolce Vita. I really, 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 really love this. Now, again, not super long lasting. It's light pigment, but it's beautiful and it's perfect for summer. Like I said, second favorite new blush of the year so far. It can be built up and it doesn't pick up anything underneath it. So I got that all blended out. It's really, really pretty. Time and place for pigment blush. I feel like for any pigment highlight or any pigment product, and a time and place for a sheer. And I think this is perfect, at least for me, my personal preference for summertime. Second favorite blush, so definitely keeping it. The next one is the Makeup by Mario, the Soft Pop Blush Stick in Dusty Rose. This is one that I can't put on my face. It does pick up product. The NARS one actually doesn't, so I do like that about it. But it's nice and creamy, so I just put it on my hand like this and take my brush in it, and it's got that beautiful soft glow. As you can see, at least with the products I have from Makeup by Mario, I definitely want to try more of his because I have enjoyed the products I've tried. You can see like it's just got a beautiful natural look glow to his products. So as much as like I'm saying we gotta cut things out and gotta be really, I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm keeping her. All right, the next one though, we're definitely not keeping. It is the Flowery Beauty Blush Balm in the shade Cinnamon. This is like a bronzer shade. So that was the first thing I didn't like about it. It definitely looked more red online. That's orange. That's orange. The formula wasn't too bad. It's more the shade. So she's going bye-bye. She's getting decluttered. The next one is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Blush Tape in the shade Berry. And I'm wearing this one today and I really like it. I really like it. It's more natural, can be built up, and it's got that beautiful glow. So we're keeping her as well. The next one is the Charlotte and Pillow Talk and Pink Pop. I don't know about this one, you guys. I think it's really honestly the shade. It's really pink. So honestly, I think I'm going to pick up another one in a different shade and pass this on because I do like the formula, but it's a little too pink for me. So it's Charlotte and I really hate to pass her on, but let's let someone else enjoy it because I'm not reaching for it. And I know it's mainly the shade because I do enjoy the formula. So we're going to pass this one on. The next one is also from Charlotte and it is Pink Pink. Oh my God, why can't I speak, you guys, other than the fact I've been at work all day. Pink Gasm. And beautiful. It's more of a sample size and it is almost out. So we're going to pass it on to my kids as well. The next one is Essence Baby Got Blush. I want to try their bronzer that they came out with not too long ago. This one's in Tickle Me Pink. I do like this one. Again, just haven't reached for it as much because I'm trying all these other new ones. And I know I just talked about like a pink from Charlotte, but honestly, this one, I feel like it's got a nice luminous to it. And the Charlotte one is more matte, although I like the formula. I'm not much of a matte girl as much. There are some products I don't mind being matte, but not all the time because I have dry skin. But I am going to go ahead and keep this one. And I do want to get the bronzer to go with it. The next one is the e.l.f. Halo Beauty Wand Blush. And I have this one in Rose You Slay. Did not like this. Just like the highlighter. And it's super, super messy. I don't know. This was just really hard to blend out. It's a pretty color. I like the sheen. It's not bad. But again, super hard to blend out. So I'm keeping it for the sake of videos. But at some point, I definitely will be decluttering it. And I will only be reaching for it for that purpose. The contour one I really actually did like. And I do use that one. All right, the next one is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh All Over Dewy Tint. And I have this Mauve Kiss. I liked it for a little bit. Didn't like it. Liked it again for a little bit. I don't know. It's so finicky with me and my skin and even my preference. This is sheer. Like, I'm telling you guys, very, very sheer. Like, once you get it blended out, it almost blends out to nothing. And it is a little hard to get blended out. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this on. It's not a super bad formula, but I haven't reached for it for months now. And again, very finicky. So we're going to pass that one on. The next one is Flawless IRL Blush and Audacity from Uma by Beauty. Again, okay formula. It's really, really creamy. But the shade, that's an ugly blush shade, you guys. At least in my preference, it reminds me a lot of the Flower Beauty. So passing this one on. All right, the next one we are going to keep is the About Face. It is their Cheek Freak blush, and I have it in Champagne Room. I love this packaging. I love About Face's packaging in general, but this is really nice. And it's a nice balm. It's really smooth and creamy. It's wet, and I really do appreciate that shade. So this one's staying with me. Next one is from Ulta Beauty, and is their Blush Beam Cream Blush, and I have it in Flamingo Flock. I really like this one as well. So we're going to keep this one. Look how wet that is, you guys. Look at that. And look at that glow. So, so pretty. So I would want to keep it even if I didn't like it for the sake of a video like an all Ulta video like I talked about earlier. However, I really do like it. So I'm keeping it for that reason as well. All right, the next one though, this one I'm not going to keep. It is the Too Cheeky for Lips and Cheeks. It is in the shade Charmed. It has way too much shimmer for me. And it's so light. I feel like it also gets the shimmer all over my face. So I have a cream blush that I like from Ulta and that I can use for an all Ulta video. So we're going to declutter this one. The next one I'm going to keep is the liquid blush. It has vitamin E from Makeup Revolution. I have it in Dolly Rose. This is such a pretty, pretty shade. This is one that I can't put on my face and blend out. It does pick up product and it doesn't blend as well that way. However, it is a beautiful blush. Love the packaging. And so I just put it on the back of my hand and then I go in with my blush brush, and I love it. Look at that, you guys. So beautiful. So we're keeping that one. And the very last one is the Say Dew Blush in Chili, and this is such a beautiful, beautiful blush. I can go, and I love the doe foot. Reminds me of a lip product. I can go in with this on my cheek. I usually don't, even if there is a product that I can do that with. Sometimes I get lazy and I just stick it to my face and go at it. But I usually don't. I do usually like to put them on the back of my hand and then go in with the brush. But this is a perfect shade for fall, you guys. And this is a beautiful formula. Very pigmented, so definitely very light-handed. I have definitely gone in with a little too much before. All right, guys, that is not bad at all, really. So thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you watched all of these videos in this series. This was so much fun. We will do another one. I'm going to go ahead and guess it will be maybe the end of this year, beginning of next year. But for now, I have gotten rid of a lot of products throughout my entire collection. And I was trying not to buy while I was doing this declutter series, and especially if I hadn't done like a certain category. But that hasn't worked out too well. I mean, a little bit better. Like, as you guys have noticed, I haven't done a lot of first impressions for that reason. But now that everything's done, bring on the new makeup. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I appreciate all the love and support. Please give the video a thumbs up, and please consider sticking around and subscribing, especially if you like these type of things. And make sure you check down below the description box where my socials are, and go follow me over there for more beauty content. I love you guys, and I'll see you here very soon. Bye. This is the final look to the end of our cream declutter series. Thank you so much for watching this. I had so much fun. Don't forget to subscribe.